Hey guys, welcome to another episode of One Shot Reviews. I'm Chris Long, and over there is.
Well, on my screen, you just pointed to nothing, but I'm Lawrence Edmonds.
On my screen, I pointed to Lawrence.
The same, so I wonder if you can move these. I was wondering if you. What's up, guys? You already know who it is, though. So.
Yeah, but Lawrence, who's that? On my screen, who's down there?
Yeah, on both of our screens, there's someone down there, though.
Who is that?
Hey guys, my name is Bethany, and welcome to One Shot Reviews.
By the way, guys, this is my girlfriend, by the way.
I don't believe it. You're lying.
That's
a lie.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are together.
Unfortunately, we're together, she says.
That is my friend, and he invited me to One Shot Reviews. I'm super excited to be here and talk about Neon Genesis.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Before we get into this week's episode, Lawrence, where can everyone follow us if they want to check us out on social media?
Excuse me. So, guys, our Twitter is reviewsshot at reviewsshot. Our Gmail is one shot reviews with the S reviews pod pod@gmail.com. Once again, the Twitter is reviews with the S and then another S for shot.
Hey.
Our IG is _one shot reviews. And our YouTube, we're on YouTube for the second season. We're on YouTube, guys. I'm real happy about this. One shot reviews. So you're just gonna have to look for the logo. We don't have millions of followers, so you're gonna be
definitely.
And we're
definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Get that up on the charts of YouTube. This way you don't have to go searching for us. We're getting a little bit of a following. It's coming along. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. But Lawrence, why don't you tell us a little more about your girlfriend and why she puts up with you, and then why she likes anime? The eye roll, the classic eye roll. I love it.
This is when I have to do a joke now.
Oh god.
Wait. What do I have? What? So I mean, she introduced herself already. Now I have to say.
Okay, so
this podcast is running smooth. I love it. Bethany, what got you in the anime? What was the first anime you watched?
What got you in the anime besides me?
Besides me.
See, so I'm about to just X out right now, like podcast done. I think the first thing that got me into anime was Hayao Miyazaki movies. I think the first anime that I've seen was Spirited Away, which was
classic,
amazing. My dad bought it for me on. We found it at Walmart actually for $8.
That's awesome.
It looked awesome, and so I would watch it like over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody else, Cartoon Network introduced me to like Samurai Jack and Pokemon and stuff like that. But I think Spirited Away was the very first kind of introduction that really snowballed me into anime.
Yeah, that's a different kind of anime. That's not like no.
It was scary as like a little kid. Spirited Away was freaking scary, but it was like super intriguing, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" I think I continued to watch anime because it's amazing. Like anime's freaking awesome, and I like really dark animes, which I think Neon is. So, Erased.
Erased is so good.
Erased is freaking awesome. Parasite. I'm like blanking on this one. But super dark animes like that. Fully Cooley was super dark. That's
super
one
dark
of my
and
favorites.
super insane.
And weird.
Yeah.
Purple Blue. Like just like honestly the most fucked up animes that you can think of. I probably love them. And that is why I love Neon Genesis so much.
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of Neon, let's get into the info of that. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion
Disclaimer real quick, guys.
Ooh.
This is our throwback.
It is a throwback.
Disclaimer.
Hell
this
yeah.
is our throwback for the month of November. So this show came out. Well, Chris is about to let you guys know, but this is our throwback. So this is an old show that has been around for a long time, real famous and all that. So
For sure. Yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion is a Japanese mecha anime television series produced by Gainax and Tatsunoko Production, directed by Hideki Anno. It was aired between October 1995 to March 1996. So that's what, 25 years ago it hit the airwaves? Actually, just over 20. I think, as of this recording, 25 years ago was last month. Jesus. It has 26 episodes, and the summary is Evangelion is set 15 years after a worldwide cataclysm in the futuristic fortified city of Tokyo 3. The protagonist is Shinji, a teenage boy who is recruited by his father Gendo to the shadowy organization Nerve to pilot a giant biomecha machine called an Evangelion into combat with beings called angels. It is in the apocalyptic mecha psychological drama genres, and the series opening theme song is A Cruel Angel's Thesis, which is a fucking bop. That song is amazing.
I was about to say that shit.
For other notes, the anime is regarded as a deconstruction of the mecha genre, and the original TV series led to a rebirth of the anime industry and has become a cultural icon. While the entire series has received wide attention, individual episodes have also earned praise and occasionally been recipients of awards. For instance, in the 19th Annual Anime Grand Prix, a Reader's Choice Award hosted by Anime Magazine, 17 episodes of Evangelion gained enough votes to be included among the 100 best-loved single episodes, and episodes 24 and 26 took first and second place respectively, with roughly 600 votes each. That is awesome. Neon Genesis, dude, it's fucking awesome. Neon Genesis received critical acclaim both domestically and internationally during its initial broadcast and a decade since its release. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the series has an approval rating of 100% based on 29 reviews, with an average rating of 8.29 out of 10. The website's critical consensus reads, Evangelion, both a cultural touchstone for Japan and an uncompromising altruistic vision by creator Anno, doubles as an enthralling apex for the mecha anime genre and as a harrowing exploration of depression, making for a wholly singular epic about angels and inner demons. Holy shit. So yeah, this show literally changed anime. Straight up. This is the show that literally changed anime.
You know what's so
funny? Get mad gas now. That's crazy.
No, but it's so if you read the like about the show, the show, well, because anime was on a decline during the 80s and 90s, and the anime industry almost completely ended. But when Neon Genesis came out, it was such like critically acclaimed in Japan and internationally. Because of Neon Genesis, now we have movie money production is now being used in anime productions. The creators have more like control over their work when they're doing it, and same with directors of shows. They have more control instead of just the company that is paying for it. A lot more shows are doing a lot more, not only action scenes but also like more dramas and everything like that. The show literally changed anime into what we are today. Without Neon Genesis, anime wouldn't exist anymore because it was a dying art completely.
Like it's insane. Warms my heart to hear because this show is fire. Like, and I've been trying to get this man to watch it for I don't know how long, but you know he don't listen to me. So.
They just got like Bleach did it.
Bleach wouldn't exist if Neon didn't exist, Lawrence. Bleach literally could not happen.
Oh my God, with this? Nope, I'm not. Nope. Okay, anyway, all right.
He says Bleach did it better 10 years later after Neon Genesis made it possible.
Three things that I wanted to point out about just this, though, is like, can we just talk about I'm starting to appreciate. Actually, I don't want to say I'm starting to, but can we just talk about how much we should appreciate 26 episode animes in total?
24 to 28.
A little bit.
I love that it's like 22 to 28 to 22 to 26. I think is like the sweet spot. If you're if you're not having like a multiple season show, if it's like I'm only doing one season of a thing, I think between 22 to 28 is like the perfect number.
Unless your name was Berserk.
It just sucks because I love binging anime, and it's like I want more. I want more, especially a little off topic with TPN. I know they're due for a second season, but like I binge watched that in a single night, or in like 2 days, just because it was so good. When an anime is super good, 26 episodes is like not enough.
See, yeah.
Have you guys seen Akame Got Kill by any chance?
No. See what I'm talking about?
Have you seen that? Bethany?
But Brandon has mentioned that to me.
I don't think I have.
10 years ago.
So, someone's getting a phone call. Yeah. So Akame Got Kill is the reason why I'm going this hard into anime, because without Akame Got Kill, I probably never would have gotten back into anime.
We might have to turn somebody's volume down because I can hear myself.
I think it's Bethany. I don't know what she did, but
yeah,
I didn't do anything.
I think it's the phone, just because it was ringing, and the feedback from it.
Let me know if that is
Technical difficulties, everyone.
I think this is good. I could just hear Chris back when he was talking, so right. But no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Akame Got Kill only has about 26 episodes, I think. And
Total.
Yeah, it's one season long, and everything's perfect about it. It's like it was the perfect length for the story they wanted to tell. It was absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and my favorite, Samurai Champloo, 26 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Would we like to see more? Because all these ones that are like 24 to 28 episodes are like the best. They're like the best ones. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a curse and a blessing of that sweet spot of 20 something episodes. Because of course, then we get into like the 50s and 60s. Then we get into like the hundreds, and those are good too. But it's like the ones that are just we're only gonna give you this much. It's like those are the ones people are like the closest to type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, this is another.
I will agree with that. Psychopaths is another one of my favorites, and they're around the same.
I think both seasons are like, I forget, because it has 2 seasons, right?
It does have 2 seasons. I did watch the second season. I want to say it's around 20. Don't quote me on that.
Oh well.
And then the other thing was the protagonist is Shinji. Guys, how many anime characters' names is Shinji? Off the top of your head. I got 3.
Are you serious?
I got 3. Everybody's name is Shinji in every show. Bleach, One Piece, this.
Oh my god, it's almost like Neon Genesis completely changed the anime industry. Holy shit.
Like, bro, yo, Chris, don't start, please.
No, wait.
Listen, full disclaimer, I've never seen this show. Recording for this show is the first time I watched this. So I've never even seen it.
What would have been cool if all 3 of us could have watched it together?
That would have
been awesome.
That would have been great. But the thing with Neon is I've never seen it, but I know everything about it because it's such a talked about thing in the anime world that I've, like I said, never seen it, but I know so much about it just because it's everywhere.
I don't know why I thought Neon Genesis was underrated, and mind you, I don't say Neon Genesis like Evangelion because I don't know how to say Evangelion or.
It's Evangelion, yeah.
But
don't worry, it took me forever to learn too.
I thought it was kind of underrated because every time I talk to people about anime, and I talk to them about this show, no one's ever seen it, and I'm like, bro, this is like the greatest show ever, and it's definitely in like my top 10. I'll say top 5. I'll say top 5.
Okay. I'm definitely, after that first episode, it was so captivating that I'm definitely gonna keep watching.
That first episode was definitely captivating.
Yeah, and speaking of first episodes,
yeah. So in this episode, Chris is gonna make me do the synopsis, guys. So just bear with me.
Do as you please.
I don't know.
Lawrence, you got
free going into eye color dialogue. He be going into what car they're driving. Like I just be like, dude got shot.
Be like,
like
be talking about which car they were driving.
Like he drove, crashed.
Yeah, and Lawrence, how did they feel in that scene? That people need to know. They need to know all the emotions.
Oh, the people.
We're trying to paint them a picture, Lawrence. Come on.
So what happens, if I can remember correctly, because this was yesterday I watched this. There's a boy, right? And his dad is a big person in a big CEO company who is just like he's like a lead scientist, rocket scientist.
So he's the head of NERV, right? Is that the name of that?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm getting probed super hard right now, so I'm just gonna try and make sure I get it correct. Because if I get one thing wrong, I know I'm gonna get formed.
Tell it.
So the boy. So there's the episode starts off with, I guess they're called angels. Hold on.
Yeah.
They're called, and even to combat beings called angels. So these are beings. See, I didn't know that. That makes it even more interesting. So there's this huge. I guess it looks like a mech, but not really. It looks like it could have some organicness to it. Like it's like how it really looks muscle-wise versus like mechs. But there's this huge thing that's basically wreaking havoc or whatever, and this company's like, yo, we gotta stop it. They tried to shoot it with their spaceships and all that to no avail. We know how that goes. And so the son of this prestigious scientist who works for this company is recruited by his dad in order to pilot a mech that is supposed to be the be-all, end-all human answer for human survival. So this mech, I guess, that's what it was like to me. That's what they were saying.
Right.
This mech this is it. Like this, if anything in the world, if we send this, it's over type shit. That's what I was getting from that.
Right.
But it needs a pilot, and the pilot that they had, something happened to her. I don't know if they told us what happened to her.
No,
but
they didn't tell us what happened.
Yeah, they probably didn't tell us yet, but
she looks like she just got out of a bar fight that she lost. Like hardcore lost.
Yeah. Like on a stretcher and all that. So then the boy is like, he's excited to hear from his father. I guess he doesn't see his father. It's been like 3 years, I think. It was some long time he saw his dad. It's been like 3 years. So he was excited that his dad reached out to him, and he makes it to this company's building, and his dad basically, he finds out that the only reason his dad hit him up was because he actually needed him for something now. And that kind of hurt him a little bit. And he was like, well, his dad's like, you got to pilot this mech right now for human society's sake.
And if
some just out the blue shit, like, some wild shit. Like,
but he doesn't say it like nicely. He's like, either you save humanity or get the fuck out of here, because we won't need you if you're not going to do it. And the kid's like, what?
That's I guess that's their relationship. Right.
It's like, Dad, I love you. He's like, I don't care. Either get in the machine or get the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to run a business, kid.
Bro, Angela is an ass. Like, fuck. It's fun.
I mean, you can clearly tell. And so the son, it goes, you know what? I'm sorry, but I can't do it. And he was like, all right, fine. he goes and gets the old pilot. And I'm pretty sure he did this on purpose. Like, all right, he's going to see her and then be like, they bring in the old pilot on a stretcher and she's fucked up. She's crying. It's like and so, the son, what's his name?
Shinji is the son.
Oh, Shinji. Oh. So Shinji sees her and he's just like, obviously this shows character. This shows they want to portray his character to the rest of he's a nice, genuine person. He cares about others' feelings. He cares about others and stuff. So he sees her and he just goes, he doesn't really say much, but he consoles her. But it's like, in other words, he goes, okay, fine, I'll do it. And he hops in the mech. I'm making a long story short. Obviously, there are things that are happening between us, but this is what happens. Hops in the mech. And right before the fight starts, that's when the episode ends.
Hell yeah.
This is the first time he's ever been in the mech, or like seen his dad or been to Nerd. Mans has no idea what he's doing. Like, they just throw him in the mech and say, "All right, now fight."
Right.
Like,
it's like, well, how do I use it? You'll figure it out. Just fucking.
Like, I think something that was really interesting that happened in that episode is something happened where he was standing in front of the mech and I guess a light fell.
Oh.
Yeah, because the angel blew shit up, so a bunch of stuff fell.
It fell and Shinji put his hand up and so did the mech. So I'm like wondering, is his DNA already in the mech? Is he already synced with the mech? Like, how did that work?
They said that that Shinji had been connected to the mech somehow, but when they were like, "Oh, go get Rei, the other pilot," they were like, "Oh, we got to recalibrate the whole mech then to Rei instead of Shinji." So I'm guessing, it's got to be some sort of DNA thing.
His data or whatever into the mech.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so what would happen if Shinji decided not to pilot that mech? Like, is humanity just doomed?
If we're going by the backup pilot, we're fucked. That girl couldn't even stand up.
Right.
we were gonna lose this fight like right off rip and be fucked.
So it was. Let's bring it back now that they know like what happened. Let's dive into it. Babe, do you want to start, or I can start? I don't really have that many notes, so I mean, we can do whatever.
I will start with the intro. The intro. The intro is amazing, and it's so much more upbeat than the actual show, which is a little jarring. I thought that was actually, and watching it last night and taking notes was like the first time I actually realized that, because I'm like, huh? And it cuts to Shinji like, I can't do this. The intro is like super upbeat, and then the anime is like really depressing, and I just like wonder why they did that.
I don't know why they did it. It's very interesting. But that song is super upbeat. Like I was dancing a little bit when I was listening to that song. But then and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, all of humanity's gonna die. We gotta find angels. I'm like,
then you the episode, and it's freaking they're fighting for their lives.
Right.
Oh.
One thing that I thought was dope was the audio was amazing. I felt like in the show. So two clear examples. One example was when the angel is walking through the town destroying shit. The ropes for the telephone poles, the rope. No, fuck. How does the you guys know what I'm talking about?
The electric power lines.
It was in Jurassic Park when the T-Rex snapped the ropes or whatever on the bridge scene, and it's like shoo, 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 shoo.
Yeah.
In an anime, I was like, oh, that was different. That's the first time I heard them put that shit in the anime. But it really made you like, oh, that's fire. Like that's, you know. And then there was an audio for something else, babe. I said it last night. There were two things. I need to pull up that episode right now. But I thought the audio was really well done. There was something else that was just so great audio wise. I forgot what it was. But the audio. Say what?
The cicadas.
Oh, the cicadas in the beginning.
Oh, when all the UN tanks are sitting there.
Yeah. It's just those two things, and near the beginning, I was like, okay, they have their you know, their audio done really well, which helps with, you know, believability and just like. Did you guys catch that, or did you feel that way at all, like during that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when the power lines, I noticed that too. I was like, oh, they nailed it perfectly with how the lines were moving and everything. It was very believable.
Yeah.
And like the explosion when they tried to blow up the angel, how like they got rid of all the sound, and then it slowly came back in. It was dope.
Yeah, that's amazing. Nah, it was great. And cinematically, I know she can probably go off on this, but I could just tell. Obviously, oh, by the way, they will at the end. You should. We'll plug that. We can plug any of your work.
I'm gonna talk about it.
But the cinematically, this is. I'm not gonna lie, it was wild. Like I like watching this. I'm like, it almost seems like. Do you know how? Babe, you were like, when we watch movies and you're like, yo, why do the old movies always do close-ups on you? Like, you know how you tell me they do weird close-ups, like it'll just zoom in on the woman's mouth or something?
Yeah.
Like the old movies, like she said that to me like twice. It was like, you ever notice? And then she's literally pointing out examples while we're watching it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, old movies do, like, just have scenes of like, you notice like, oh, this is a thing, kind of like in old film. In this, like the cinematography was dope. There's a scene where the car is driving along the cliff road, and how the scene's doing it, how the car is just moving forward. It's just like, it almost looks like one of them olden video games where you see the car just, but the things are just going, so it looks like the car. But it was fire though. Like it was tough. Like I was watching, I was like, in this day and time, like this is real vintage stuff. Like this is dope vintage. Like. Vintage
in the style. And I feel like you don't get that with newer animes. Like there's just things that older animes do, and I feel like you can see them in Neon Genesis and you can see them in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
That newer animes don't do. Personally, my favorite. I think that Neon Genesis is one of the most aesthetically appealing animes ever.
Okay.
And that's
I'm doing like anime music videos for Neon Genesis, and like I like to call these scenes clippable. Like, that's clippable. Like it's just like such an amazing scene that you just have to clip it and you have to save it, and it's like this is what's gonna go into like this piece. And it's like almost every scene is like that. I almost clipped the whole first episode. Like it's like I feel like I probably haven't clipped like maybe 5 minutes of the first episode, but that's how clippable like every scene is. Every scene is like so well done and so cinematically intriguing. And I think that carries throughout the whole show.
Right.
It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. What'd you think of the whole underground exposition with his son, the father and son, and how it was like most animes will do that scene in like a minute, but like Genesis did it. They gave it like 15 minutes. That whole scene of like Shinji and the dad trying to figure out if he was going to get into mecha or not. What do you think of that?
I think it's just a testament to their relationship.
I was just about to say that. They're definitely trying to show us their relationship.
Gendo do not give a shit, bro.
No.
It's ultimately upon Shinji, and like like it shows the viewer like where Shinji's mind is at.
Mm-hmm.
Almost it's like a pull and a tug of like, should I do this for my father? How do I feel myself? You know what I mean? Like just
Right.
the battle in his mind of, should I do this because I love my dad when my dad doesn't really give a fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a huge theme.
Right. Right.
The story. The story. This captivated my attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I want to put it. The how this show is made me interested in the story. The story and the story is good. Like it shows like, you know, just a boy, and we're wondering like, oh, okay, with the beginning, like what's he up to? But then when we start to figure out information and piece together what's going on, and they start to drop more information on us, we're like, oh, this is about to get real type shit. Like this is about to get dope. I thought the story was really interesting. What did you guys think about the story? And this was everything I had. This is so then after anybody can freestyle, but that was the last thing I had. That I was really interested in the story, and I thought how the episode was put together made me interested in it because how they did it. Everything I said before, like the audio, the cinematography, the multiple clippable clips, it's like it makes you like, this is gonna be fire. Like, this is gonna bang. Like this is just the first episode, and there's so much stuff that we're already seeing. Like it's almost like they did their research on shit that's not even real. Like they did their research on this really well and set this up really well, and then added Hollywood type story to it on top of this anime sci-fi. Like they combined two, you know what I'm saying? Now this is only the first episode, so I don't know what the rest holds in store. But
it's only the first episode. Like
that was what I took from it. So what do you guys think of the story?
We've had this conversation before about how I think animes do a really good job of putting together moral kind of messages in the anime, and I think Neon Genesis is a very good testament to that. I think there's a lot of underlying themes, and with just the first episode, especially with Shinji's father and the power of choice. I don't want to give away too much. One thing that I noticed this time around is that there is a very, very, I don't want to say like hidden or subtle message, but there's a huge theme of religion in this.
Religion?
Yeah, I didn't notice it before. But last night when I was watching, if you guys didn't watch it, but Misato, the woman that picks Shinji up, she's always wearing a cross.
Right.
And the first angel, his name is Sachiel, and that's actually an archangel in Christianity. And so there's a lot of other things that happen throughout the show that like hint at that theme, but I think the story is amazing. I think the story is very well put together. I do think the story is a little confusing at times, but I do think it does a good job of hinting at Shinji's delirium and like kind of self-identity crisis.
Okay.
I think the story is able to put you in Shinji's shoes and make you feel that kind of tug of war that he's feeling.
Right.
Whether to palate the Ava, or to, not due to his father. But no, I think the story's great. I think they do a very good job of the writing and putting the audience and the viewer in that situation.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm definitely interested in watching more of the show and seeing where it goes. Not a big fan of mechas, but every now and then I will dip my toes into it. And this seems like it's going to be a mecha that I'm really going to enjoy watching for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do mechas that much either.
So I've never watched another mecha anime. I've never watched another mecha anime, but this is like, there's a story outside of the mechas, but then when you're in the mecha, it's a crazy one. Like, they have really action scenes in the mecha, and it's insane. And I'm gonna just be quiet.
That was a spoiler incoming. That was 100% a spoiler was incoming. You want to know one thing that I thought was dope? When Shinji gets in the mech and he's holding his breath, and they're like, "Yo, just breathe. Once it gets in your lungs, you can breathe." I was like, if I was him, I would have been like, bro, I don't know. Even after you telling me that, I don't even know if I'm just going to be able to breathe in water. I don't know. You're drowning yourself, but then telling you, oh, you're going to be fine. Just drown yourself and die, and then you'll breathe. And I was like, and then he just was like, I was like, oh, I could feel my lungs. Like, yo, he's probably what is this? Breathe, like expanding, like I thought that was cool. I thought that was a cool,
for sure.
Like now I know, because mad movies do that. You get in the mech, or you get in the thing with the water, and they be breathing in it. Like, what if that came from this? Like, what if now I know, like, oh, that's what that does. Like, this whatever made upness is now you can breathe water, and it'll just. But no, I thought that was cool. I just thought that was a cool mechanic that they put in their show. And I was like, okay, that was a good mech thing, like a mech technique that, I'm not sure is in any other mech shows yet. Did you think anything else about anything, Chris? Like, did you think anything?
Nah, we definitely covered everything that I wanted to talk about the show. I'm definitely going to keep watching it. Probably start binging it in a little bit, because like you said, the story's so interesting that I gotta see where it goes next.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what's your shirt? What's the octopus? What is that?
It's just an octopus. That's it.
It's not a company. You just feel like wearing an octopus shirt today.
If it is, I don't know. I went to the Cape one day and I bought this shirt. So now I got an octopus on my shirt. That's all. No anime shirt today. All of them are dirty. I had to do the laundry. Don't worry. Sailor Moon will make a comeback soon. Don't worry. That was last week. Well, there you have it, guys. As you can see, Lawrence and I love the show. Bethany hates it. Least favorite show of all time. I'm probably going to get yelled at for saying that later. Don't worry. It's fine.
No,
real quick, guys.
Hated it.
I want to put in a plug. Livish Laving Clothing. This is one of my friend's brands. I actually just came from a photo.
Can you say it the right way? You said Livish Laving. Can you say it the
right way? I said.
This man said Livish.
Okay, I think I did do that. I did. Okay, wait. All right. Lavish Living.
Hey.
My friend's clothing company, his Instagram is Lavish Living Clothes, CLO. So Lavish Living,
I'll buy a shirt.
CLO.
We'll rep it on the show. I'll buy it.
That's my guy. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Hey,
did you want to plug anything of yours?
I was gonna say, shameless plug. You feel me? The ship is our logo.
Nice.
We make sweatshirts and we make playlists on SoundCloud. So follow us at the ship.
Make us an intro song, Bethany. Goddamn.
Ooh.
Of course. I can do that. Let's do it.
When we start getting paid, you can get Lawrence's part of the money. He doesn't need it. You can have it.
That's fine. That sounds good to me.
He's thrown under the bus by him.
You hear that, guys? New theme song coming in shortly. Bethany's going to make it. She's actually going to put in work into our podcast, because we don't do any.
Well, guess what? So, Chris, what are we doing next week?
We're watching Gangsta because I actually know.
Fuck you.
I didn't even need to look.
Gonna be like,
I didn't even have to look at the notes. I know we're watching Gangsta. I know. It's 12 episodes, Lawrence. I even know that. Come at me.
Gangsta's amazing.
Came out in 2015.
Watching it.
Let's give him a little. What's Gangsta about, babe? What's that about? Real quick, just a little intro.
Give us like a one sentence intro to Gangsta. Go.
Gangsta is about two gangsters.
Nailed it. Done. That's it. Perfect. Can't wait.
What's Magicians about?
Magicians is about.
Yo, that was the funniest. Oh my god! I wish we recorded that.
You know what?
Said a whole
First and foremost, fuck you guys.
And then she was like,
what just happened?
"Oh, it was by accident."
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yo,
I don't know what happened.
that
but
was
here
the
we are.
What's Gangsta's about? Well, it's about gangsters. Payback is a bitch.
To be fair, I was kind of the one that made the payback happen, but here we are because I cut you off. Oh man.
No, it's a really good show. It's about these two guys. They're gangsters and they're kind of like bounty hunters. They're paid for by the police, and they kill people.
Wow.
That cause trouble.
By the police. Okay, I can get behind that.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Can we just tell the story real quick?
Tell the story, Lawrence. Tell the story. Tell the.
No, I can't because I low key. I only remember. I don't remember the build up. I just remember the funny part.
Because we were trying to find something to watch on Netflix. We're all on vacation. I invited this young lovely couple with me down to the vineyard. A couple of my other buddies. We were down there. We're trying. It was late one night. We'd been drinking a little bit. Trying to figure out something to watch Netflix with, because of COVID, we couldn't really go out and party. And The Magicians pops up for a second on the thing. And Bethany, what was your wonderful question? Do you remember what it was?
No. Because someone explained what it was before she asked.
No, they didn't. Okay, if they explained it before, why would I ask that question?
Someone explained it.
If
they were like,
explained it, why would I ask that question?
I could have swore somebody.
No, they didn't. Okay. Anyway, y'all were talking about. Oh, Magicians is really good.
No. Don't have her tell it because it's not gonna be funny because she's just gonna go through the joke mad quickly. No, Chris. No.
Because Brandon, my other friend, another lovely couple, Brandon and Megan, they've seen The Magicians. They love about it. They're trying to get me to watch it. I will get around to watching it, but it pops up. and they're talking about how good it is, and Bethany has the most wonderful, greatest question ever of, oh, what's The Magicians about? And everyone in the room, 4 other people in the room, all at the same time. It's about magicians. That's it. That was it.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Wait. And then how it went mad quiet after she asked it, like. It went mad quiet. Because Brandon, I swear, someone was explaining what it was. Someone was like,
it was like that meme. It was like the SpongeBob meme where all the fish are looking at SpongeBob because he told a lame ass joke. Everybody was like,
yo, it was mad funny because she was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so like, what's it about? And
because he was hyping it up, because he was like, oh, it's a great show. It's got like 4 seasons. It's all. And you're like, oh, cool. What's it about? And everyone was like, oh, it's about magicians. And then it went quiet because all of us were like, oh, we all just roasted her, all of us, all at once.
And then the funniest part, Meg was like, yo, Meg is the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life. She's hilarious. She was like, she's the only one who didn't say anything
because Meg is a real
no, because then but after she was like, I didn't
felt
want to
bad.
say it because I like I was crying. She was like, I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to like sound like it's rude, but like it's about magicians.
Okay.
But it was funny that she was trying to ride for you, but even she was like, damn, why did she just ask that? That was the funniest part. Like, she was like, I didn't want to like say anything.
She's like, I didn't want to be the rude one because like,
she was like, I don't
y'all were assholes.
Like,
I didn't say nothing.
I exacted my payback. Y'all was asking what gangsters it was about.
It's about gangsters.
Nah. It doesn't have the same. Nah, that one was way better. Nah, but that was funny. But anyways, guys, yeah. So that's what gangsters is about. It's about two gangsters and oh wait, no. But yeah, it's about two gangsters.
And we're gonna review it next week. I'm excited.
And we're gonna review it next week. So tune in next week, guys.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks again, Bethany, for coming on.
Thanks, babe, for being on the show. Appreciate that.
Hell yeah. And stop.